Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Making Team Projects Work. I'm Lauren Vicker here with Tim Franz, and we're winding down the semester by talking about some topics that we haven't really addressed this year. And today we're actually going to talk about what happens when the leader is actually a problem for the team. And we usually talk about leadership in terms of the characteristics and behaviors that leaders should have. But Tim, I remember that you wrote a blog post a way back about what to do if the leader is actually a problem for the team. So what are some of your tips?
Well, this is, I agree, Lauren, it's quite a problem. And I hear this from people all the time. How do I manage my boss? How do I deal with a problem leader? And I'm going to lean on something that I recommend to so many people. And this is an article from 1993 by John Cotter and his colleague, John Gabaro. It's a great article with some great tips. What I have goes beyond that, but I'm going to give 4 tips today, and we'll refer to the blog post, I'm sure, because it's got great information beyond this. But tip number 1, I'd say, is start with either a team charter, incorporating the leader, or a workplace covenant, focusing on each other's obligations to one another. That is essential because it allows you to hold your leader, at least to some extent, accountable for their actions.
Mhm.
And then number 2 is make sure to request regular meetings, weekly if possible. Get on that person's schedule on an ongoing basis, set the agenda for them, and ask lots of questions. And in fact, tip number 3, incorporate that question all the time. How can I help? This is one of Tom Peters' famous quotes. How can I help? What can
Right.
I do? Things that you can do to try to help you build that relationship. And then tip number 4, all I have for today, keeping this nice and short, is to adapt to your team leader's communication style. We all have different styles, different tendencies in the way we work together. And unfortunately, your leader is the leader. And it's our job as team members to adapt to their style, to work with them, and to try to build that relationship based on how we can understand what they're doing. Eventually, if you build enough trust, my friend Bob Whipple, the trust ambassador, talking about how to build trust. Lots of great tips from him. If you build enough trust, they should be also adapting to your style. But at first, you're going to have to build that relationship, build that trust by adapting to their style. There are my 4 tips for today, Lauren.
Those are excellent tips, and it seems to me that they're most important if you have a leader that's not really as involved with the team as maybe he or she should be by attending regular meetings and really leading the team in a way that you would expect them to do.
Exactly, exactly. And that's usually the problem, is the leader is absent more than anything else.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tim. And I think we're going to take that blog post and put it up on our website so that people will have an opportunity to read a little bit more about what to do if your leader's a problem. So for Making Team Projects Work, I'm Lauren Vicker with Tim Franz. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.